Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. Wake up, guys. Wake up. Man, thank God I got all that paperwork. My head hurts. Done for the tax man. I hate paperwork. I hate computers. And I'm ready to go back out in the workshop to go put another coat of paint on everything. But in between, I want to talk about something that's serious here. Because right now, oh my goodness, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for the NFL season right now, today. The question will be is, we'll be ready for football come September? That's the big question. Will we have enough time to get everything together, to get players ready to play the games and everything else? I mean, seeing the new draft class that's in there, you got to feel like the Cowboys got something here. And, I want to see the Eagles cry because I just want to see my Cowboys just destroy them a couple times this season. I just really do. So the question is, right now, it's normally we're in the middle of OTAs. The rookies would be coming in and getting their physicals and beginning to start working out with the rest of the team and stuff, but that's not happening. Now, we are hearing about the NBA and baseball trying to talk about getting things restarted. The coronavirus seems to be leveling off, but that don't relax, because that shit can pick back up. It just takes one person to go spread it around to everybody. So still, keep on your toes, keep your social distance, keep your germs to you. Okay? So, I think there's going to be a football season. The fact that the NFL was able to pull off the draft, and not only pull it off, but actually make it better, is a testament to the brain trust that is the NFL. And there's no way in the world that the NFL would be looking to cancel its season and all that revenue. They will find a way if they have to come up with the cure them damn self. The NFL is that powerful. So the question is when would they actually be able to get working, and how much time would they need? So what I wanted to do was actually go back to 2011, to the lockout. The lockout happened because they didn't have a CBA. The CBA ran out, and it was negotiation between the NFL, the NFLPA. I am so sorry. I've been running around like a crazy man trying to get stuff done, and I'm just exhausted, but I got to keep going. I cannot stop. But for 18 weeks and 4 days, 18 weeks and 4 days, there was a lockout. And during that time in the lockout, the only thing the players could have contact with was the team physicians. You weren't talking with the coaches. You weren't going to the facilities. You weren't working out. You weren't having game plans installed. They did have the draft, just in case they were going to have a season, but until July 21st is when they finally came to agreement, and it was actually ratified on the 25th, and I think finally signed on the 29th. That is when they started to begin working out. So there were no OTAs. None. It was a shortened free agency period and shortened training camps. Or I should say shortened mini camps, because you didn't have those. But here's where, let me go back into the original stuff, okay? The NFL owners announced on the 21st that they had approved the settlement of the players' antitrust litigation by 30-1 margin. The Raiders abstained. But the players decided not to vote on the settlement until, because they had not approved on all terms on the outline proposal, which is what they did before. After concluding negotiation, the 10 players named as plaintiffs in the Brady case approved settlement on 25th, and the agreement became effective after ratification of the majority of the players August 4th, 2011. Among the settlement approved, blah, 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 blah. That wasn't what I actually wanted. What I was looking for, hold on, was how they ended up doing. This is it, contingency plans. A provision the CBA endured in the 2011 draft allowed to take place despite the lockout. Because this is important here, what they actually planned. They were trying to think ahead in case shit did not get solved, how they could have a season. In addition, there was some cushion in the 2011 schedule just in case the labor dispute lasted into September and the plan in the start of the regular season. The NFL Commissioner, Roger Goodell, stated that the Super Bowl could be moved a week later if needed. So already they were saying, okay, we can push the Super Bowl one more week down the road, right? So that's where you get one more week right there, right? So the entire season could be played in full. In addition, every contest in week 3 had teams that shared the same bye week. Okay? So if you have a bye week this week, you shared that with another team, so that way we could end up playing you guys instead of you having a bye week, which would have allowed these games to be made up, which was originally by the teams by week 2 and 4. Were set so that way, wait a minute, by the teams by weeks. Weeks 2 and 4 were set up there so that neither any division rivalry games nor teams on a bye week, those weeks, would have been kept the season as far as those games had to be canceled. So they basically set the season up so that way if they needed to, you could do away with bye weeks, and teams that played in other weeks would play that bye week. So that gets you another week. They could also cancel the extra week between the NFC, AFC championship games and the Super Bowl. So that gets you 3 more weeks right there. So when you think about the way the NFL season goes, which the first game is after Labor Day, so somewhere around the 10th of September, they could actually take the NFL season, if they so follow this model, they could say the season could start October 1st. They could say training camp starts September 1st, giving themselves one more month of time, actually more than a month, actually a month and a half more time to go ahead and let this thing go. Now, maybe that's the route that has to happen. Maybe it'll end up being that they decide what we're going to do is we're going to proactively take all the NFL players, and what we're going to do is we're going to test every one of you guys, and basically for the NFL season, you're on lockdown. It's like you're, let's say, I know a lot of you thinking, you can't do that. How can you take them away from their family and everything else for 6 months and not have them have any contact with anybody else other than football players? Well, think of it this way. If you work on a nuclear submarine, guess what? You're going on deployment for 6 months a year. And not only being away from your family like everybody else who's on a ship, your ass is underwater with no sunshine. So if you can do that in the military, if you're getting paid $10, $15, $30 million, you know what? That should be okay. Now, believe me, the highlight of last season for me was being over at FedEx Field. And I can't believe I'm saying being at FedEx Field was a highlight. But it wasn't about that stadium as much as it was about the 400 people that we had as part of a tailgate. Having Cowboys experience there, having my man Lincoln Coleman there, having Sergeant Cowboy there, Tattoo Mark, and you guys, Philly 76, having all you, huh?
You're a Giants fan.
Yeah, well, and you're a Giants fan, okay. And E2 Blue and Clarence, my cousin Daniel, getting together there, that 65-inch TV, you know, having the tents all set up. I'm grilling burgers. I'm cooking chicken wings, doing bang bang slider, doing pulled pork sandwiches. Everybody's having a good time. You know, we're out there screaming, how about them Cowboys? Believe me, I want that experience again, because it's not only the Redskin game. We were looking at doing this at Baltimore as well. But if it comes down to a choice of a season with no fans in the stands and it starts in October, I'm good. I'll take that over nothing. And that may be how and the only way that we do have a season. We'll have to wait and see what the NFL works out and how they get it together, but that's one way the NFL season can happen. And it's interesting because May 9th is when they actually come out with the schedule. And it'll be interesting to see if they follow this kind of model to give themselves some more time, to put a cushion in there. But then again, they may not announce that and let us know. So we'll see where we are, guys. All right. I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to get these shells painted. And because that's what we do here. We go to work. See you soon.